My girlfriend is falling for another guy. What do I do? I, 19M, have been dating my 20F girlfriend for about 3 years now. She's also 4 months pregnant with our child. She always has been loyal and very quick to curve any guy that tries to hit her up or talk to her in person. And if I have a problem with a guy just as if she has a problem with a girl, it's all good, we just stop talking to said guy or girl. But, that all changed 3 months ago. We went to this party and I knew we shouldn't have went. Something was just telling me not to go. I should have listened. Anyways, so we get to this party and meet up with our friends, and right away I notice this guy staring at her. I also notice her staring at him right back. So I put my arm around her. But something just told me at some point in the night he was going to try to talk to her. Not a big deal, I thought, she would just curve him. I was wrong. He is like 6 feet 3 inches and extremely muscular and good looking. I'm not bi, but I can tell this dude is a 10 to most girls, I'm sure. He's way better looking than me. I also find out that he's 23 later on, and I know my girlfriend likes older guys. As the night goes on, of course he talks to her. I go to the bathroom and come out, and kinda chuckle to myself waiting for her to curb him, but this time it's different. I keep waiting for her to curb him, but she doesn't. Instead she walks up to me and says, "Hey, a bunch of people are going into the garage to play beer pong, I'll be back, go hang out with Jason." My friend, usually stuff like this happens all the time, we split up and everything's fine. I didn't like how she was going off with him. So I said, "Why don't you come too?" and she just shrugged me off, and said she wanted to watch beer pong but that I should stay inside cause I don't like beer. Okay, I figured, I'm gonna go outside in a little while and tell her I want to leave. An hour later I notice everyone coming back inside who was in the garage. I wait about 10 minutes and see that neither of them have come back. So I walk out there. My heart dropped when I did. They're the only two left are there, and they're sitting next to each other. She's laughing like crazy at something he said. I walk up to her and tell her I'm ready to leave. Then she starts talking to me like a little kid. "Okay, go back inside, I'll be ready in like 10 minutes, okay?" At this point I'm pissed and I'm going to talk to her about it when she comes back in. I go inside and sit down on the couch and try to time her. It's 12:56. For some reason I fall asleep. I wake up to her shaking me awake. "Ugh, are you ready to go now?" she says, with extreme attitude which she never usually gives me. I look down at the clock. It's 4:08. She was just out there talking to him for 3 hours. I look around and everyone's either asleep or gone. I notice him walk in from the garage and walk up to my girlfriend, give her a hug and say bye. I try to talk to her about it and she just says it was nothing. I tell her that I don't want her talking to him again and she tells me not worry about it, that he's just a new friend. Usually she would never say that, she'd immediately be like okay, no problem. After that I notice them Snapchatting and all of a sudden her hours at work have changed even though they've been exactly the same for the 5 years she's worked there. I don't know what to do. I've tried talking to her about it a million times. She goes out and spends so much time with this new friend that she doesn't even have time for me anymore. What do I do? I feel so betrayed and broken. Please don't say to talk to her because I have tried. Fighting him is not an option. As I said, he's huge. I'm 5 feet 9 inches and 115 pounds soaking wet. Update 1. My girlfriend found my post on Reddit. She wants to break up. What do I do? Well, this morning I was awoken to my phone being thrown in my face. My girlfriend went through it this morning when she woke up. And I forgot to log out of this account last night, so she's seen my whole post, and now she's pissed saying that I deserve to be broken up with and maybe she will go date party guy. What do I do? She's been cold towards me lately anyways, now this ruins so much more. I want her so bad, everyone's saying to leave but I can't bring myself to. She stormed out before I could even talk to her and she just sent me a Snapchat of her and the dude from the party being all cuddly. Then I texted her friend who is a pretty nice person and asked if they knew anything, and she was pretty surprised to hear from me saying that my girlfriend told her we broke up over a month ago. And that she had been hanging out with the new guy around her a lot. It literally broke my heart when I read that. And I looked on Facebook and it doesn't even say we're in a relationship anymore on there. I don't know how long it's been like that. I think she was just waiting for a reason to leave me and today was her reason. What do I do? I have a kid with her, I don't want to fight for the rights to see my own child. Please someone help. Also, for people asking the last post, she watched beer pong, she didn't drink. And I hate beer but I love vodka mixed with stuff, that's what I was drinking. And we aren't controlling towards each other. There's never been a rule that we have to stop taking to someone else. If we didn't like who the other person was taking to, we would just express that it makes us uncomfortable and the other person would stop out of respect. My red flag was that this time she didn't. And I was right to be concerned. Also, like I said, she would never take a guy hitting on here, she'd literally leave them on read, or be like GTFO, my inbox online and in person she'd immediately mention me to them and tell them to back off. For the last 3 years it's been like that. I never thought it'd change for some handsome 23-year-old. I remember on the way to the party talking to her in the car about how excited we were for the baby, for marriage one day, for the future, everything. We used to talk about that stuff every day. That day in the car though was the last time I actually heard any enthusiasm from her about it. Anytime I'd mention it afterwards she'd just be like, Also guys, we never left the honeymoon phase. For everyone saying I should have noticed it earlier. We never ever fought, our relationship was literally always happy and full of cuddling and love and passion. For 3 years. Then for it to end like this. I thought I found the one. I still think she is. She always told me it's me and you against the world forever, and now I guess it's just me against the world. Edit. I also just went to McDonald's to get some breakfast and went to go pay and noticed that the 40 I had in my wallet is gone and so is my debit card, and checked my bank account and she withdrew $800. Update 2. I was so torn up with my recent breakup and I still am. I'm still not over anything. I'm still really depressed. I still hardly talk to anyone. We lasted about 3 weeks and then I had to break up with her. As for my girlfriend. Well, I give her a monthly check of $500 now as she blackmails me and tells me she will tell everyone my biggest secrets if I don't. I tried to see if she was bluffing and she wasn't, so that's where I'm at. Our baby is coming really soon and I'm just worried I won't be able to see him. She is still dating the guy that she left me for and apparently they're engaged now. She told me that she has more chemistry with him than me, and that he's actually the love of her life and that she is glad she met him. She's really happy. I'm not. I got into a physical altercation with the dude like a month ago that ended up with me getting my ass beat. I went over to drop money off and he was there and he started saying shit, so I pushed him, and then we ended up fighting on the ground. But when I started to win, my ex ran up and kicked me straight in the balls, then her boyfriend beat my ass. Update 3. I listened. Yesterday I called the non-emergency police number and asked for someone to come to my house. I talked to a cop for about an hour and explained the entire situation. I showed him pictures of blackmail texts. I showed him pictures of my face after getting the shit kicked out of me. I showed him everything I needed to. He said he had to go talk to them as well, so he did, and I filled out a report. He arrested them. I was so happy. Then 2 hours later he came and arrested me as well. Our charges: X, possession of marijuana not over 20 grams, assault, extortion, petty theft, resisting arrest without violence, possession of controlled substance without prescription with intent to sell. I don't know what that one is. I guess they found drugs on them when they arrested them, and probation violation. She previously got arrested on drug charges but I didn't even know she was on probation. X's man, assault, resisting arrest without violence, possession of controlled substance without prescription. I'm being told by numerous people that I should get out of this okay, but I'm still really scared. As far as I know they're both still in jail, but my dad bailed me out as soon as he could. It's not a fun experience and I hope I don't do any time. She is literally about to have the baby anytime, so I do feel bad that she just got arrested. But I'm being told that both of them, especially her, are probably gonna do some time, but I'm honestly just thinking about dropping charges. On the other hand, it'd be cool to have full custody over my child. I'm so torn. I'm also getting texts from a bunch of her family members who don't know the situation at all, about how much of a piece of shit I am for getting her arrested, and how I should have just moved on when she dumped my sorry ass, etc. Update 4. She just got bailed out and said she wants to get back together and that I should drop my charges against her and that she'd fight the rest. Considering she's still engaged on Facebook, I'm leaning more towards this being a trick on her part. Update 5. We are all awaiting court. Mine is in 2 weeks and so is my ex's. My ex's boyfriend's is in 3 weeks. I don't think they will last though, because it's seriously looking like they're gonna do some time. My lawyer is telling me he thinks they might get years. I forgot to add that she actually got charged for fraud and identity theft as well, because apparently she was trying to use my social security card for something. I'm really glad I listened to everyone and called the cops. She keeps trying to tell me to get back together with her and that she'll break up with the other guy, and that we will have the life we were supposed to have. It sounds tempting, but as soon as I drop those charges I know she'd run. I'm not dropping anything. My son is currently at my house with me. I'm hoping to get full custody. If she somehow avoids jail, it's going to be very hard. But I'm going to try. That's it guys. I can update after court again if you want. Just let me know. I'm scared for court too because I don't want to go to jail. My ex's grandma is actually paying for all my legal fees, because I told her the story and she always liked me and she felt really bad. She also gave me a very hefty check and told me to take care of myself. My ex also gave me everything she stole from me back, thinking it'd help her case. So I don't need to work for probably the next 2 years, and I'm going to rent my own apartment and just pay rent for the year in advance and then quit my job for a while and figure out what I truly want to do in my life. My ex is probably reading these as she keeps tabs on this Reddit account. I appreciate all the advice I have been given. I still miss her. I still love her. I still feel empty. If you guys can give any advice on where to go from here, I'd appreciate it. Honestly, I'm a bit scared at what she may have planned next. I don't know how far she will go to win against me or whatever she's trying to do. I hope she doesn't try anything serious, but until court is over and they are roaming free, I do fear for my safety. I'm probably also going to hire a financial advisor for myself and get their input on what I should do here. Honestly, I may or may not quit. I might need to because of the baby. I make good money but I want to be there for my kid, and I also want all my finances in order, so it's best to hire someone, especially with me being this young. I'm nervous to have this amount of money. I don't want to lose it.